What are the dumbest golf moments that were caught on camera? A dumb golf moment is a situation on the golf course where players make clearly poor decisions or execute shots so poorly they prove ridiculous or laughable. Here are what we believe are the 10 most dumbest golf moments ever recorded in the history of the sport. This will be entertaining. We dug deep into the articles of golf.com, BBC, and Golf Digest to come up with this list of seemingly brainless blunders and embarrassing blow-ups in the careers of your favorite golf players. Stick with us to the end and find out which of these moments we consider the dumbest of the lot. At the tail end of our list is Sergio Garcia at the 2019 Saudi International. On Friday, after failing to get his ball out of a bunker on the par 5 fourth hole, he took several angry swipes with his club at the bunker after eventually getting his ball out. After opening Saturday with rounds of 69 and 70 and scoring a 1/71, Sergio found himself well back of the tournament leaders. To add insult to injury, he was accused by his competitors playing in groups behind him of purposely hitting his putter into the greens during his Saturday third round that caused damage to the putting surfaces. Tournament officials declared that his actions were significant enough to warrant a disqualification. In a statement after his disqualification, Sergio apologized and acknowledged his damaging a couple of greens, vowing to his fellow players that this would never happen again. Coming in ninth on our list is Patrick Reed's confident statement at the 2014 WGC Cadillac Championship. He entered the tournament being number 44 in the world. After winning his third PGA Tour event in 7 months at the championship, he confidently declared that he was one of the best players in the game. He couldn't see a lot of golfers who have accomplished as much as he has, other than Tiger Woods and the other golf legends. After how he has worked so hard, he believes that he is one of the top 5 golf players in the world. It was the consensus that his statement was brash at best, while others said it was delusional. It was a statement that has been 6 years in the making. He did reach his highest world ranking of 6th, but not 5th, on June 14, 2020. Landing in 8th place is Alvaro Quirós' astonishing moment of bad fortune at the 2015 Portugal Masters. After narrowly missing a 10-foot putt for a birdie on the par 5 of the 12th green of his opening round, he had the most routine of tap-ins to do from inside a foot to secure a par. Casually knocking his ball straight into the middle of the hole, he proceeded to bend down to pick it out of the cup. Standing back in amazement, the ball hit the back of the lip and hop out again. Maintaining his composure, Alvaro recovered to record 5 birdies in a round of 67. He was 7 shots off the lead after a 68 on day 2, heading into the weekend. The lucky 7 spot is reserved for Will Zalatoris and Cam Davis at the 2025 Century Tournament. The playing partners in the final round on Sunday inadvertently played each other's ball at the par 5 15th green, each having nearly reached the green in just 2 shots. It was only when they reached the green that the pair realized their mistake, and so they returned to play their third shots from the proper locations. Per the rules of golf, they were now playing their 5th shot instead of their 3rd, as Rule 6.3c states that 2 penalty strokes are accessed for playing the wrong ball in a stroke play competition. 6th on our list of 10 is Michelle Wie at the 2008 State Farm Classic. Teeing off on Saturday, she recorded a 34 on the front 9 and a 33 on the back, capped with a birdie on the final hole. This score moved her within 1 shot of leader Yani Tseng. As she was about to appear in the interview room, a news release from the tournament organizers informed the media that she was disqualified from the competition. It was discovered that she failed to sign her scorecard after her 2nd round on Friday, an obvious violation of Rule 66b of the Golf Handbook. After finishing her Friday round, Michelle left the tent where players signed their scorecards. Volunteers working in the tent chased her down and pointed out that she hasn't signed. She returned to the tent and signed the card. She thought everything would be okay, but evidently it was not. We're halfway through our list. Aren't you excited to know which is the dumbest moment in the annals of the sport? Keep on watching and find out. Sitting in 5th place is Camilo Villegas' embedded ball at the 2016 RBC Heritage. During his first round, Camilo felt his tee shot on the 15th hole was embedded in the ground near the base of a tree, entitling him to free relief. Unfortunately, a rules official disagreed with him, finding his ball was simply under loose material, which appeared like a pile of pine straw. Camilo decided to ask for a second opinion after not hearing the ruling that he wanted to hear. The second rules official merely confirmed what the first determined: his ball was not embedded. Other than his frustration over not getting a ruling in his favor, Camilo was also upset with how the situation was handled. Camilo proceeded to remove the top layer of the pine straw over his ball and punched it out to the intermediate cut of the rough. Taking the fourth slot is the blunder committed by Ian Woosnam at the 2001 Open Championship. Ian just moved into a share of the lead after superbly holing an opening tee shot on his final round to rapturous applause. The sumptuous birdie on the first moved him to 7 under par. He stood atop the second tee with renewed vigor, but alas, the emotional rush lasted just all of a few seconds. His caddy, Miles Byrne, whispered, "There's too many clubs in the bag," to his ears. His mood then swung from anger to numbness as he told match referee John Paramore that he got one too many clubs in his bag. Players are only permitted to carry 14 clubs. Asking how many penalty strokes will be added to his card, John told him 2. Along with the 2 shots he lost, Ian likewise lost his composure and, more importantly, £281,334 in prize money. Ian's spare driver quickly became the most expensive club in golf history, costing him a second-place finish and a £360,000 paycheck. Third on our list of dumb golf moments happened at the 2023 Ryder Cup. It happened at the end of the Saturday afternoon match between the U.S. team of Patrick Cantlay and Wyndham Clark versus the European duo of Rory McIlroy and Matt Fitzpatrick. Patrick drained a lengthy birdie putt that gave his team the win. After the putt, the U.S. team erupted in celebration, waving their hats in the air. There was a problem, though. The match was not over yet as Rory still had a chance for a birdie to tie the hole. Patrick's caddy, Joe LaCava, was one of the celebrating Americans, and he ventured close to Rory while Rory was trying to read his putt. Beforehand, Rory had already asked Joe to stop. Joe's ignoring Rory's request resulted to a shouting match between Rory and Joe. The other European team members gathered around the 18th green subsequently joined in the dispute. The dispute continued through the night with Irish Shane Lowry restraining Rory, while Rory was shouting at American caddy Jim Mackay in the parking lot. During the Sunday press conference, Rory reported that he texted Jim the following morning to apologize for taking his frustrations on him. Runner-up is Argentinian Roberto De Vicenzo at the 1968 Masters. It was Sunday afternoon and Roberto was holding off American Bob Goalby all day, clinging to a 2-shot lead by the 17th. It was at this point that Bob bagged an eagle. Whether this made Roberto lose his concentration or not, the fact was he made a long pulled approach on the 18th that resulted in his only bogey. While he still shot a superb 65, he lost the lead. Sitting at the scorer's table by the 18th green, he gazed blankly at his unsigned card, looking devastated. He proceeded to sign his card, left it on the table, and walked to the clubhouse. Tommy Aaron, his playing partner, was shocked to see Roberto signing for a 66 instead of the 65 he actually shot. Rule 38, 3 of the golf handbook states that a score reported higher than was actually played must stand as returned, and Roberto fell foul of the rule. Informed of his mistake, Roberto could only watch Bob make a regulation par to tie his 72-hole score and beat him by 1 stroke. It's now time to find out which is the golf moment that is dumbest in golf history. Here it is. At the top of my list is what happened on the second day at the 2021 Scottish Open. As the trio of Rory McIlroy, his caddy Harry Diamond, and playing partner John Rahm were chatting while standing on the 10th tee, a man suddenly appeared out of the gallery. He proceeded to grab the head cover off Rory's driver and take one of his irons out of the golf bag. He then took a couple of practice swings with the iron he took. When someone told the man he couldn't do that, the man replied by saying, "Why not?" The incident provoked a classic double take from Rory and looks of bemusement from the onlookers. A pair of security guards immediately moved in to remove the intruder from the grounds. These, we believe, are the 10 dumbest moments in golf history. Rest assured that you will not be the dumbest. As a matter of fact, you will be one of the smartest of viewers should you decide to be our regular subscriber.